Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, depending from where you're watching. This is Oscar, your host for tonight, and we're going to be spectating the K-Championship Knockout 10, sponsored by L'Oreal Group tonight. We have our finalists ready. It's been a while since we've streamed these, and it's back. It's good to be back with these races. So it's going to be as usual in the K-Championship, 5 races, 4 with all players in, and then the last medal race counting double points will be for the top 4 only. And as we're looking at the boats right now, all in their case championship liveries, 20 seconds to go, you'll see them trying to get the good distance with the start line. Try to hit that with maximum velocity. Make sure that you don't cross the start line too early, or you're going to be slowed down for 10 seconds. And with the F50, this first reaching mark and first downwind gate is crucial for the win. Nice start from more or less everyone, no false starts. Von Pigeon maybe slightly too low, but we'll get to the mark first. It's going to force everyone else to take a wider turn. And Von Pigeon taking the lead in the first downwind. So it's going to be a downwind over here with this gate, upwind, gate again, another downwind, another upwind, half a downwind, and then reaching finish. We know this course with the F50, the reaching course. As Von Pigeon is also the first one to start this upwind, followed closely by Japan I-85. We've seen him several times in these finals. Another recurring name is Shiloh Finn, Paul 6. We've seen him in the grand final back in I think was that July, representing Poland in that grand final. Seabear second on the left over here. She's going to have to tack soon. Is going to be on port side when she crosses the rest of the fleet. So she's going to have to duck down and avoid, as she does right there. Still a comfortable first place, I was going to say, for Von Pigeon, though Seabear is taking the lead right now according to the ranking. He is also going to be entering a area with more wind pressure, going at 27 knots over there for a moment before she tacks over. And Shiloh Finn tacking above her, Von Pigeon maintaining his lead. As we see a new face over there, Justin Mitchell from New Zealand. I believe his first knockout in the K-Championship. Same for Seabear as well, I believe. And so far, a perfect race for Von Pigeon as he starts the first downwind. Let's focus a bit on some German action over here with the ESG 777. Alone on the left over here. Jibing into the ley lines. Ley lines are the dotted lines that you see on your screen. They show the most direct path to the mark, taking into account the wind at the mark. Rounds this gate's currently in 4th, still first for Von Pigeon, 2nd for Shiloh Finn, Seabear in 3rd. I think 2nd and 3rd are being fought over. Shiloh Finn maintaining his 2nd position. We also have Japan I-85 possibly fighting for a 4th place with ESG 777. Returning face also is the Spook OST from Hungary. Also in the mix for that 4th place. And in 7 is the French Breast Power that I believe we've seen in almost every knockout so far. Will this one be the one? This race is not the best that we would have hoped for, currently 6th. You might have a a good shift for him over here. Might gain... No, he's already above Japan if I compared for the ranking over here. Von Pigeon starting the last downwind over here. Almost a 200-meter lead on the second. It's going to be easy win for him on this first race. Congratulations to him. It's going to be so 4 races in total with all the players that you see on your screen right now, and one last race with the top 4 only. First one will go to the grand final of the K Championship. Von Pigeon crosses first. It's going to be Sea Bear in second. Shiloh Finn in third. ESG 444 in fourth. It looks like Japan 985 is going to take ninth. And there we have it. Let's transition to the race scene. So a couple of new names have joined us while we were waiting. We have the 9 zeros, 00000 from Brazil. His first knockout as well. Get 67, I believe, is his second or third. And someone else as well joined, I believe. I might have been all these 2 new people only. But 30 seconds to go. We'll see the boats lining up soon. We're just missing Wimui in this knockout. Fortunately for him, he'll be missing out the opportunity to qualify for the grand final in December for the K Championship. Next knockout 11, is going to be happening on Sunday next week, and knockout 12 the week after that, as the boats are lining up, getting closer to the start line. Again, watch out for the false starts. You want to hit that start line maximum velocity first. And looks like a good start for Shiloh Finn over here. Does boost as well. We have ESG 777 coming in from the top. He's going to be putting some wind shadow on everyone else, entering the mark zone first, but was overlapped with this boot. So Das Boot has the advantage in the mark zone. ESG 777 did well to widen out his while taking a wider turn when rounding the mark. And Das Boot takes the lead. Shiloh Finn in third. ESG 777 in second. Who's behind? We have from New Zealand, Justin Mitzel, and Sea Bear from Sweden. Breast Power in the mix as well. And looks like Von Pigeon had a tough start this time. Will Das Boost be able to maintain his lead throughout the race like Von Pigeon did in the first one? We will see. This is the second race in the series of 4 races with all of these players, and then it's just going to be one medal race worth double the points with the top 4 only. So far, the lead is being fought between ESG 777 and Das Boot. So ESG had to duck down to let Sea Bear pass in front. Being on starboard tack, they have the advantage, and we're having less wind in this course. We had I believe it was normal kind of wind for the F-15, the first one, and here we have lower winds. On Japan 95, he only has 60 knots of wind. You can see it on the top left next to the minimap. Das Boot's maintaining his lead on starboard, so he has priority over Sea Bear. He's going to be choosing the left mark over here, rounding it, and starting this first downwind in first. Meanwhile, what's happening behind? We have loads of boats over here, kind of close to each other. Von Pigeon managed to jump back up to 4th. Get 67 joining us for this race is in 5th. Japan 985 and Justin Mitchell are going to be fighting for 6th place. Behind them, Breast Power, Shy Little Finn dropped down to 9-10 for the Brazilian 0. And Yuko 31657 in 11th. All of them choosing to go on the right over here, except for the Brazilian sailor. Das Boot still in the lead. So during race 1, it was Von Pigeon who arrived first, Sea Bear in second, Shadewolfin in third, ESG 777 in fourth, Das Boot was in fifth. And right now, Sea Bear looks like is repeating the same race as before, arriving in second. That's going to be some good racing from them, staying consistently on the podium. Von Pigeon first in the first race had a tough start in this race, but managed to jump back up to third over here, overtaking ESG 777, and we see a penalty here for Japan 985 is going to be slowed down for 10 seconds just coming out of it. As Das Boot and Sea Bear are fighting for that top mark, both of them going on the left, and off goes Das Boot for this last downwind in the race, still in the lead. It looks like he's going to be taking the win for race number 2. Meanwhile, behind Von Pigeon is still in comfortable third, ESG 777 in fourth. And what's happening behind him? Breast Power in fifth. Japan 985 did a better race this time, arriving in sixth. And do we have a bit of a battle here behind? 7 for Justin Mitchell, close with Shilofit in 8. Get 67 in 9. With 10 going to Yuko. And looks like our Brazilian friend did not finish the race. And all the players are in. Race number 3 can start. And looks like we'll be missing Yuko this time. "45 seconds to go. So far, we've had a consistent Sea Bear from Sweden arriving second in the first 2 races. We've had a strong Von Pigeon arriving first in race number 1, third in race number 2. We've had Das Boot, who arrived fifth in the first race and then took the win in the race number 2. ESG 777 also strong with some consistent sailing, arriving fourth in both races. Again, they're going to be aiming to reaching the top 4. Currently, that's ESG 777 in fourth with 8 points. Shalofin and Breast Power both have 11 points. They are 3 points behind. Still catchable. As we see a penalty here given to Shalofin. Das Boot taking the lead. Again, Von Pigeon in second. That's going to be a close call. It looks like Von Pigeon arrives in the mark zone first. ESG 777 taking a penalty here. While crossing with Japan 985, who is now taking a penalty number 10. Justin Mitchell from New Zealand therefore takes 4th place. Get 67 in the mix as well. Did not see him here. And I believe both Justin Mitchell and Get 67 took a penalty. both penalty 18 and not giving room to the players who were supposed to get room. And Von Pigeon still in the lead, being chased by Das Boot. So we have the both winners of the first two races fighting for the first place of this race as well. Von Pigeon currently first overall with 4 points, arriving first and third. Das Boot third overall with 6 points, arriving fifth and first. That's just 2 points behind Von Pigeon. And they've put quite a gap between them and the rest of the fleet. Von Pigeon deciding to attack now. Das Boot following him. Still have Justin Mitchell and Zero from Brazil fighting on the left over here for 6th and 9th. Most of the fleet concentrated on the left, on the right side of the course over there. Watch out for the boundaries. Shadowfin taking a 12 over here. Did not see what happened over there. But ESG 777 in third. Get 67 taking a penalty. I see it out next to him. That means that they went too far deep into the boundaries, so they're going to be slowed down for 10 seconds. And unfortunately for them, because they were in the top 4, I believe, now currently in 6th. Still close to the rest of the fleet, but it's going to be harder to catch up in the F50. Being a foiling boat, the wind shadow is always behind the boat. So in a downwind, when you have the lead, you're going to be slowing down the boats behind you. Meanwhile, Von Pigeon Das Boot still in first and second. Looks like ESG 777 is creating a gap between him and the rest. Or number 4 currently in third. Number 4 is Japan 985. Going at 40, almost 50 knots for Japan 985. I said almost 50, but was it 50? It could have been. It goes closer to 45 knots. But the British sailor still takes the lead over here. Justin Mitchell in 7 from New Zealand. Seabear in 6, interesting for him. Currently second overall, tied with Von Pigeon at second place with 4 points. Arriving second in both races. Now in 6th. He has a 7-point lead on the 5th place. So it's still more than likely that he can maintain his top 4 spot. Meanwhile, Von Pigeon is cruising first place. We see actually a separation between Von Pigeon and Das Boot. Das Boot decided to stick to the left side of the course. Von Pigeon decided to stick to the right side. We'll see if the strategy for Das Boot paid off. But he's currently still behind Von Pigeon. Both of them will have to tack. Is Von Pigeon going to double tack or choose the mark on the right? He's going to choose the right mark. Das Boot, however, is going to double tack, and Von Pigeon is starting this last downwind in first place. That's another first place for the British sailor over here, followed by Das Boot. Strong performance from him as well. And not far behind is going to be Japan 985 in third. ESG 777 in fourth. Consistent sailing from ESG, maintaining his 4th spot on all the races so far. Get 67 in 5th. And what is happening behind? So we have Gig 67 in 5th. There's going to be a close call between Justin Mitchell and Seabear and Shadowfin, but I believe this order is going to stay like this. Justin Mitchell in 6th, Seabear in 7. Shadowfin in 8, and Breast Power in 9. So race number 4 is a go. Last chance for the players to qualify in the top 4. Von Pigeon has a comfortable lead compared to 5th with well, even if he arrives last during this race, he is going to be qualified for the medal race. The same goes to Das Boot. 10 points ahead of 5th. So even if 5th arrived first and he arrives last, he has better averages than the 5th, so he will maintain his he will have the tiebreak. So Von Pigeon and Das Boot are confirmed in the medal race so far. Seabear ESG not that much. It is easier for them to maintain in the fourth in the top 4 than it is for Japan 95, Shadow Finn, or Brett's Power to get into the top 4. But it is still mathematically possible for them to get pushed out of it. Two seconds to go. Watch out. That was an early start from a lot of the players over here. Breast Power taking a 15, Git 67 in first. Das Boots, a great start from the sailor over here in first. Though Git 65 is going 3 knots faster than him and is catching up quite fast. Right behind them is going to be Justin Mitchell, and I believe I saw Von Pigeon as well in the mix over here, but the fleet is quite tight. So at this point, anything can happen. No clear lead so far. Das Boot is defending his first position, trying to push Git 67 out of the way. Gives a penalty to Justin Mitchell and Git 67. Allowing Von Pigeon, who sneakily went to the other mark over here, currently taking 4th place. Das Boot deciding to continue on his port tack over here. Japan 95 deciding to tack and go towards the left side of the course. Das Boot still in the lead. Breast Power in 4th with Von Pigeon in 3rd. It's going to be very close between these two. Git 67 dropped down to 7th. The Brazilian 0 in 7th gave a penalty here to Git 67. Him being on starboard, Git 67 would have had to bear down or tack to avoid the collision. They did not, so they took the penalty, but it is a very tight fleet with the top 4 over here. Das Boot still in the lead, Japan 95 still in 2nd, Von Pigeon and Breast Power fighting for 3rd and 4th. Breast Power deciding to go towards the top right side of the gate. Von Pigeon following Das Boot and Japan 95. We'll see which one pays better. But they are still quite close. Close call between Von Pigeon and Trap Breast Power over here. Will Das Boots be able to defend his position? Von Pigeon here arriving on starboard over here. He'll have the priority if there is collision between these boats. Did not touch anyone. It's going to have to tack, and he is going to lose his right of way. But took the overlap with Japan 95, was forced to take it wide, and now drops down to 4th. Von Pigeon now takes 2nd place. Breast Power in 3rd. Das Boot still in 1st. And where is Seabear? Seabear is currently in 9th, so they are 3rd overall with 11 points. They are 7 points ahead of Japan 985. But Japan 985 will have to be 1st or 2nd and Seabear last if they want to get into the top 4. Which is what Japan 985 is doing at the moment, currently 2nd at some point over there, now in 3rd. Breast Power will want to have the best score possible, currently 2nd. That's a good position. Not sure if that's going to be enough for him to qualify. But Das Boot still in the lead. Von Pigeon still in the top 4. So is Breast Power. Japan 985 took a penalty here trying to round the mark. And it's going to be a comfortable lead for Das Boot in first place for this race. Von Pigeon in second. Looks like we have a new number 3, that's ESG 777, deciding that number 4 is not going to cut it this time. Shiloh-Finn and Japan 985 very close behind. Das Boot in first, Von Pigeon in second. Third goes to ESG 777. Shiloh-Finn crosses fourth. Japan 95 in fifth. Breast Power, I believe, is in sixth. Justin Mitchell in seventh. Seabear in eighth. And Git 67 is going to be in 9. And let's go. $50 seconds to go. The fight is going to be between ESG, so it's going to be between Das Boot and Von Pigeon. Both of them already having raced in medal races in the K Championship. Von Pigeon probably has more knowledge about these types of events. He was a former Olympic Esports Week finalist, so has been in a big event before. I don't think Das Boot was in any big finals, but he was in a lot of knockouts and a lot of qualifying finals. So he does have the experience as well. 10 seconds to go. Watch out for false starts. We see a lot of maneuvers over here trying to avoid any false starts. Seabear has a good start. Von Pigeon has also a good start, but the best start goes to Das Boot, who managed to cross the start line with the maximum speed, taking the lead from Von Pigeon. And so let's do the math quickly. If Das Boot arrives first, he's going to go up to 11 points. If Von Pigeon arrives second, he's going to go +4. That's 11 points as well. So both of them would be tied, but how the tiebreak will work, since this is a medal race, the one with the best score in the medal race takes the lead, or takes the break. But currently Seabear is first. Das Boot, well, actually first place is between Seabear and Das Boot. Currently Engine gives it to Das Boot, but that can change with the next hack. Von Pigeon in third, deciding to go on the left. We do see slightly more wind on the right, but that means that Von Pigeon will likely be able to take more of that puff coming in. We'll see if this pays off. Crossing paths with ESG 777 did not decide to bear down or give way. He was on the port tack. ESG was on the starboard, so priority goes to ESG, which is why Von Pigeon took the penalty and had a 10-second slowdown. Currently first for Das Boot and fourth for Von Pigeon. That was a very good start for Das Boot. He just needs to maintain the lead throughout the whole race. But currently still a good lead for Das Boot. Von Pigeon unfortunately got knocked back a couple meters again. Like a 80-meter difference between him and third. A 500-meter difference between him and first. But we never know. A misstep can happen, and with the F50, if Das Boots somehow takes a penalty, that can give Von Pigeon a chance. But so far, Das Boots is sailing cleanly. And is just doing his race. Das Boots still in first, Seabear still second, ESG in third. Von Pigeon caught up a bit, and now we're going to be heading over to the last downwind. As this boot now starts it. And he will need to confirm this position up until the last, until the finish line. It looks like we have our final ranking here. Das Boot in first, Seabear in second, ESG in third, and Von Pigeon in fourth. Confirmation of the ranking on your screen for this race, and we'll have a look at the overall ranking, but I believe that Das Boot is therefore the winner of tonight's knockout. There you have the score on your screen. We'll go over them. But congratulations. Congratulations to Das Boots. 11 points, taking the lead in this last medal race, putting him just in front of Von Pigeon. That's a 4-point difference between both of them. Very well raced in this last one. So 11 points for Das Boot in first place. He's going to be qualified for the grand final at the end of the year in December. Von Pigeon in second with 15 points. And then it's going to be ESG 777 in third with 21 points and 23 points for fourth place, Seabear from Sweden. Congratulations to all the players. Again, congratulations to Das Boot for this great performance. It was tight between him and Von Pigeon. He just had the better start and better race in the medal race. And unfortunate for Von Pigeon, but I'm sure we'll see him next time. And thank you all for watching. This has been Oscar, your host. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see each other again next Sunday for K-Championship Knockout 11. See you and bye.